and testimonies. And now, Christian Media Spotlight with your host, Joe Neal.
Blessed union of souls, Katie Kennard welcoming us in. That can only mean one thing. It is time for the Thursday night music hangout, and we are on the air. Good evening, everybody, alongside Elizabeth. Staring off into space, Spud Holthouse. Joe Neal here with you. Here on this Thursday night. Great to have you along aboard with us tonight. Here on Night of Soap Eve. That's right, we're on the eve, and it is confirmed. I think we do have enough to give it a go tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Aren't you just terribly thrilled out of your toilet, Spud?
Hello.
Hello. That's tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. We'll at least have 7 submissions, at least 6 or 7 folks in the bathroom tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix that, Red. I'm trying. I'm trying.
You are not centered.
Spud is trying.
You're not centered. Jeez. There you go. Well, you're a little bit better
trying.
now.
You're
a little bit better now.
Trying to make it centered.
You're a little bit better now.
Sometimes I can't get it to do what I want.
We got the national days coming up. We got the scripture of the day coming up in just a little bit.
Hopefully that fixed the problem.
And maybe, just maybe, we will have a moment in the spotlight as well. Maybe. Depends on whether I want to give one or not. But we know we will have our scriptures, our encouragement, and we also will have the national days coming up. Which, of course, on a Thursday will take you through Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Because, well, we don't have a hangout again until Sunday. So we will do that. And then, tomorrow night, I will be with you not once, but twice. That's right, you're stuck with me twice tomorrow. Night of Soap tomorrow, and then I will be hosting Red's Room tomorrow. We'll talk about the Red's Room lineup for the weekend as well. Should be a lot of fun coming up. All right. Are we ready to get the music underway? Spud.
Uh-huh.
I've left her speechless tonight. She has no idea what to say. Welcome into the program tonight. We start with a request from Red tonight. He wanted to hear this one right here from Chris Sarver. Yeah, this one is the lyric video to the tune Either Way. Or it's one of those words where you could say either or either. Either way. Or either way. Or, I don't know. Tomato. Either way. Chris Sarver right here on the Music Hangouts lyric video to Either Way. Either way.
Yeah.
Maybe he won't split apart this sea. Maybe this fight gets the best of me. Maybe he comes, maybe he waits. All his ways are good, always. Maybe the answer was always no. Maybe some seeds were not meant to grow. Maybe he gives, maybe he takes. Blessed be his name. Either way, in the rain and when it has ceased, in the famine and in the feast, blessed be the holy name of the Lord. that dove comes back, holding a branch from the promised land. Maybe you sink, but maybe you stand. All his ways are good, always. Maybe the healing is on its way. Maybe this all falls into place. Maybe the pain is all that he takes. Maybe the pain is all that he takes. Blessed be the sovereign name of our God. Either way, either way.
It is Chris Sarver, and either way, tomato, tomato,
I
right
hear
here.
you. I'm hearing you right now. It just sounds like the voice changer
Well, we
kicked
might
in.
have to
It's
lose
really
Spud
weird.
because she's not being able to hear me. So, good night.
I
For some reason, she is not able to hear me, and I do not know why. She's been having constant audio difficulties on her end. I don't know why. We can try to, and don't feel bad, Spud. It happens, but we'll try to reconnect and see if she can hear me any better. Um, Unspoken prayer requests. We will definitely keep you in prayer. We'll try this one more time, maybe. Bud, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe it's just your computer having problems. All right.
My
Well,
computer's being. I'm sorry,
special.
guys.
Never mind. We have you now. You're fine. Your computer's just
I
being
know.
special. It happens. Sounds
I'm
good on this
gonna
side. With
work out the
I
kinks.
know. I know. We were just having
I'm
issues
gonna
with
work out the kinks tonight.
Bud's computer there. But yes, Chris Sarver is playing Saturday night on Red's Room. We'll definitely be praying for you, Stacy. I know there's some prayers going on in our messenger group tonight. I don't know if any of which I can share yet, but we'll definitely. There's a lot of folks needing prayer tonight. If you are needing prayer, be sure to let us know. We will definitely be praying for you tonight on our entire community. And if you are blessed by this episode tonight, you can be sure to share it amongst your community, amongst your circles, and you can join Spud and Blue and myself, and yeah, he's over here, and we'll have ourselves a grand old time tonight. All right? Now then, are we ready? It is time for the often imitated, never duplicated. It's time for what?
National Day Days.
Aha! Yes, indeed. For Thursday, January 23rd, and as I was making some follow-up dental appointments today, they're like, "Would you like to come back?" I'm like, "Oh, well, what? Are we at the end of January already?" And they're like, "Yeah,
Hi,
January's
Blue.
about done. Yeah, January's about done.
Hi, Blue.
Almost a twelfth of our year is not done. Thank you. Yes, almost. Well, I guess it's for 20 days. It's basically um, just about almost getting close to 7 or 8% of our year is gone. It's crazy. But yes. We'll be back around the holidays before you know it again, folks. January's almost gone. National Handwriting Day today. Spud, do you do a lot of handwriting?
Does computer count for
Well,
typing more
well,
than handwriting?
I guess so. I mean, I guess not a lot of people handwrite much anymore. I
I
guess
mean,
because
sometimes I do, but if you okay, see, I can joke about this because one of my church members does this to me for my birthday and other holidays sometimes. I can joke about this, but um see, if anyone in my family knows me or anyone really knows me, they know I like to write. And sometimes I like to write to where it takes up an entire page because the page is entirely filled. Like if you were to look at some notebooks or journals that I have, you see that I have an entire page filled. Not like short sentences. No, no short sentences for Spud. Long sentences, sentences that
Red
could fill up the
says,
entire.
"Well, typing is typing, not handwriting."
I
Oh,
know. But see, when I write a little bit like of a note for one of my church's members, like birthday, or even my own family members' birthdays, they will see that I fill out the entire card to where it is like
yeah.
from the
And Red
one side to
says,
the other to the back.
"While you're handwriting, you can drink Sprite."
Okay, I do drink Sierra Mist.
Yeah, not Sprite, Sierra Mist,
And I did have
or
Sprite
its
today, actually.
counterpart, Starry. Yes.
I did have Sprite today.
Did you? Oh, all
Yes.
right. Well,
But I didn't finish it.
uh, we have the place up the road that actually, has some of this. Maybe I should have it for dinner or dessert tonight. It's National Pie Day for dessert.
Yes. Mhm.
Although, what's your favorite flavor? That's the question.
Of what?
Of the pie. Apple, cherry,
Oh,
strawberry,
cherry, of
rhubarb.
course.
Cherry. Oh, cherry. All right. There you go.
Cherry or apple.
National Sticky Toffee Pudding Day. That's interesting.
I came
Has
last week.
Spud ever done this though? Now I know I might have when I was little. At a shoe store when we were trying shoes on. I don't know when the last time I measured. I usually just try it on. If it fits, it fits. But it's Measure Your Feet Day.
Measure feet day, eh?
Measure Your Feet Day.
No, I have not done
Who
that.
here has measured their feet
Not me.
lately? You have not measured your feet lately?
No.
No?
I don't know why
Oh.
you would want to.
No? Oh.
You know what I'm thinking my issue is with
I like a
like
pizza. Oh,
the
I do too. That is technically, yeah.
you know what my issue might be with the whole audio thing for computer wise?
What's that?
Sometimes it might be that I need to update it to the latest software,
Wait.
Windows
What
11.
what? I'll get to this National Day here in a minute. That's weird. It's National Rhubarb Pie Day. Interesting. Maybe you should let Pedro in on this. It's National Pedro Day.
Ha. Vote for Pedro, everybody.
National Pedro Day today. Um, Tiffany Amber Thiessen from Saved by the Bell. It's her birthday today. Mariska Hargitay from Law and Order SVU. That's her birthday today. There is a cat whose birthday apparently is one of those viral cats called. You'll appreciate this, Spud. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but it's a cat called Mr. Potato. Mr. Potato. It's Mr.
That's
Potato's birthday.
that's
Yes,
great.
Mr.
That's great.
Potato's birthday. I'm sure you would love that in the birthday column. Known for his adorable features and sleepiness, this cat has won the hearts of many. Mr. Potato's birthday. Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
now I'm gonna have to
finally,
look that up.
with those of you who are in the frozen tundra, we aren't necessarily because we managed to get to the
Oh.
40s again today. But for those of you that are, this is an interesting one for you in the wintertime. It's Snowplow Mailbox Hockey Day. Now, many of you are wondering, what the heck is that? Well, then, It's the day that apparently you can mount your trucks with the best plow blade as we celebrate mailbox thrashing. Oh dear. One key incident that always happens during the snow plowing in the streets is that occasionally many mailboxes get thrashed in one way or another. It's hard to say whether it's done unintentionally or intentionally. Most of the time, the mailboxes are covered under layers of snow, which makes them invisible. Whatever the reason may be, the point is that these mailboxes are thrashed regularly by these pacing snowplow trucks. Um, as the plow blades and methods became more sophisticated and easily mountable, people began mounting them on cars and started clearing the streets and alleyways on their own. This resulted in the thrashing of many snow-covered hidden mailboxes, till the time that now, when many people considering snow plowing a public service, many people also thought that a fun day should be given to these snow plowers. In this regard, January 23rd was unanimously declared a snowplow mailbox hockey day, where snowplowers were given a free shot at taking down. Oh dear, this is taking down as many mailboxes as they could, with guaranteed points for every mailbox thrashed. What is that? A snowplow version of Paperboy? What is this?
I'm still gonna have to
What
look
the
up
heck?
I'm still gonna have to look up that potato cat thing.
Yeah, This is. I learn something new every day. Not that I'm going to be, plowing any mailboxes over. Coming up tomorrow on the national days, we celebrate the Apple computer. That's because it's Macintosh Computer Day tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Also, tomorrow is National Compliment Day. So, compliment somebody tomorrow. I mean, you can do that every day. There's nothing stopping you from doing it today, but I mean, it's National Compliment Day tomorrow. Pardon me. Food-wise, it's National Peanut Butter Day. The real question, that though, is do you like crunchy or non-crunchy? Or creamy, yeah. Change a pet's life day. It's Pet Adoption Day tomorrow.
I don't think Chewie would be very fond if we got another dog to.
Mine probably wouldn't either. But it's a Belly Laugh Day, the day where you just laugh out loud tomorrow. International Day of Education.
I make myself laugh a lot.
National Lobster Thermidor Day. That's an interesting food holiday. And finally, it's, I don't know what one would sound like, but it's Talk Like a Grizzled Prospector Day.
What?
I have no idea what a miner even sounds like. So there you go. It's your national days for Friday. Let's go over Saturdays real quick. We'll go over Sundays, of course, on Sunday. Now, Saturday, National Irish Coffee Day. Mm-hmm. Saturday is also Opposite Day. Mm-hmm. Opposite Day. National Fluoride Day, for those of you that are into fluoride. National Florida Day, for those of you that are in Florida. National IV Nurse Day, for those of you who administer IVs, you nurses out there. There you go. Pull out your gardening aprons. The season to plant new seeds is here, although if you're in the throes of snow, I might hold off a little bit on that. But National Seed Swap Day. Saturday is Observe the Weather Day. Interesting. Visit your local quilt shop day for these quilters. Food-wise, it is National Fish Taco Day on Saturday. Fish taco. You ever had a fish taco?
I never had a fish taco.
Fish taco. There you go. That's the national days for you on this Thursday through Saturday.
While I was doing some things on my computer today, I came across some hilarity song pairings, and I'm like, oh dear, how do we get to this?
Only snow we get in the Long Beach, California area are snow cones, says Jose.
Yes.
Probably true. That's probably.
We got another weather notification tonight. Yes, we did.
Oh, Jose has a suggestion for you, by the way. Search
Yes.
Tater Cat. LOL.
Tater. Do you know that they actually have a game called Taco Cat?
Well, did you know that Taco Cats is read the same forwards as backwards?
Yes.
Taco Cat.
And people tried to get me to spell that backwards, and I tried to fall for that one.
Spelled the same as forwards.
Yes. That's what we call a palindrome.
Oh, you even know what the word was. Bonus points to you. There you go.
Because I remember my dad telling me to spell a word like, what was it? It was a palindrome type word that he had me spell, and he goes, no, I said spell it backwards, and then I would spell it, and he goes, no, I told you to spell it backwards, not forwards.
Stacy has never had a fish taco. We actually have, I'm sure probably like Taco Bell and stuff does, I'm sure, and Del Taco. But I'll have you know that you're from the Northwest without saying you're from the Northwest if you've had a Taco Time. This Taco Time Northwest, yes, I've had fish tacos from there, and they're pretty tasty.
Okay. But did you also know they're coming out with a Wendy's mint Girl Scout mint frosty?
Mm-hmm. That should be fun. Have you had fish before, Elizabeth? Think of that and with a taco shell.
I've tried fish because I had the fish and chips thing at Washington when I was out there last.
That spelled backwards is taught. But it Zrockcab tea.
Huh?
It backwards. Zrockcab tea. It backwards. Never.
I haven't.
Next song request here. Tune from Red tonight. It's surprise. He said we should sneak this in. She's going to be performing on Red Zone on my birthday. Huh. Yes, making her Red Zone debut. It's a Friday night this year, which means I don't have to request the day off because I get it off because it's a regular day off for me.
I know.
Goodness. Friday, February 28th. It's Lexi Searles. Here she is, right here. I think making her debut on CMS at the same time. Take a look. Mm-hmm. It's on the Thursday Night Music Hangout.
In the greatness of your renown, I have heard of the majesty and wonder of you, King of heaven. In humility I bow as your love, wave after wave, crashes over me, for you are for us, you are not against us, champion of heaven, you made a way for all to enter in. I've heard you calling my name. I have heard the song of love that you sing. Oh, so I will dread you, draw me out beyond the shore into your grace. Your grace. For
Lexi Searles right here on the Music Hangout tonight. Plumber Paul, greatest hit, says, hi.
Hi, Jeffrey.
You'll be happy to know, Plumber Paul, that I don't know, just planting the seed out here that if you want to see more of Plumber Paul, you may or may not tune in tomorrow. I don't know.
Oh,
He's
and this
formally
is
invited tomorrow for our 16th
and see
edition of Night of Soap. Just
and
saying.
see. Here's the thing. I didn't see. I just told my friend from my 30s group that co-leads with me about our messenger group. She joined today. She doesn't know about the spin-off at all. I didn't tell her
Oh,
that part
she in
yet.
for a
She
treat.
has no idea.
If you're an artist and have not gotten a United Soap submission in, but you want to, you can send it over by 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow to either myself on Facebook, Red Stainbrook on Facebook, one of the two. And if you are just a preacher, if you want to give an encouraging word or even read a scripture from the restroom as well, we've had all kinds of stuff done from the restroom. So just feel free to do just, you know.
My
Spud
one friend does
is
not know
loving
anything.
this.
Who's a newcomer does not know
Well, you
anything
should just
about.
invite them because we have at least 6 or 7 folks that will be in the bathroom tomorrow.
You mean musically?
Right. Yes. So we will have 6 or 7 people going to the bathroom tomorrow.
Should we musically?
Musically, tomorrow. So make sure you join us for another edition of Night of Soap, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Tomorrow, our
Should,
16th edition, our
but should we
16th
explain
time
to
this
any
program
newcomer
has.
that may be watching this how this all came or worked? Because because my friend that I talked to on the phone
Yeah.
before this will not have any idea.
16th time this program has gone down the drain tomorrow. That's you can join us tomorrow for that.
Although my friend that I
A
talked to
handsome
today,
Jolly
she
Joe
might
Ride,
join
thank
us
you
on the
very
after party.
much. And then, yes, the Spudalicious Bunny Butt. Yes.
Oh, hi. And see, my friend does not know anything about that nickname.
Don't know anything about that either? Oh, darn. Well,
No.
you just keep all them secrets, don't you? Hello, Book Spotlighters.
Well,
Yes.
no, because it's like I just had like a nice conversation with one of my friends.
Snowed in Blackshear, Georgia. It starts Tuesday night and it stops Wednesday morning. We still have some snow. It's starting to melt. Boy, you all in your snow. Jeez. Ogie. Love this song from Lexi. Of course, Lexi is going to be first time on Red's Room on my birthday, February 28th on a Friday night.
It's 20 degrees currently. Feels like 10 over here.
Great voice, says Jose.
Yeah, it feels like 10 over here, and it's 20 degrees.
Sorry, Red, had I had known. Oh, backwards house is first thing. Yeah. Y'all are just, what is this, backwards day now? It's okay,
no,
Elizabeth, backwards.
See, he did it one time on, I think, a Red Room after party or something. Or no, maybe even here.
Oh, you're afraid of sharing the ministry to your friends? I see how it is, Elizabeth.
No, I'm not afraid. I told her I did not, okay, so I did not tell her on the phone before coming on here tonight about the Night of Soap thing, because one, I figure if she wants to know about that, we can just explain it on here.
Send one of my old
so
ones over. You can certainly do that if you wish, Jose.
However,
Musically, yes. He'll send one of his old.
however,
Don't send any one of those. Not.
she does know about the after party tomorrow because I told her about it, and I said if that's something you'd like to do, and she would fit. I told her she'd fit right into our group because she likes to stay up late too.
Yeah, Red's surprised even Florida got. I'm surprised that Florida kind of got snow too. I kind of am too, to a degree, because they
It's
usually
20
don't.
degrees over here, and it feels like 10.
Ugh. Burr. That's all I
Yeah.
have to say. Burr.
Does anyone like Olgie? Olgie, do you want to take 20 degrees, feeling like 10-degree weather for me so I can escape to warm weather?
I'm not sure if you'll have many takers at this point. There.
I know. No.
Just saying, you might have some difficulties. If anybody wants to come join me in the 40s over here,
That's what I'm saying. Ogie can take my
I'd
weather
be
for a
more than welcome
while.
to have you up here in the Northwest.
Ogie can
You
take.
guys can come see me for a change instead of me having to travel
This is
around the
what I'm
country.
saying.
Not that I
Ogie can
mind
take
traveling.
my weather for a while, or Red can, and I can just go where it's weather that is not what we're dealing with.
Inspirational quotes of the night. The great Milton Berle comic says, "If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door." Scarface himself, Al Pacino. Al Pacino says, "It's easy to fool the eye, but it's hard to fool the heart." Ooh. Well said.
Oh, you know, you know.
Hmm.
I think we may have played this song by Ross on here before. I'd have to double check it, but I think we have. I know we played it on the radio network, but the whole build a door thing that you said with that quote kind of remind me of his song where build a house. That one.
Hmm. Sandra Boynton says, "It seems to me." I think we played that one before. I think. Let me check. Seems to me
That's what I'm
that
looking.
to be peaceful and content, you don't have to know precisely what you want. It may be even better if you don't. But I think you do need to be very clear what you don't want and steadfast in the not doing of those things. There you go. Sylvester Stallone. Winners are the ones who really listen to the truth of their hearts. There you go. Going to do a little moment in the spotlight tonight with tonight's scripture of the night. I'll do a couple scriptures tonight. It'll just be pretty quick. John 15:1 says this, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that does not bear fruit, he prunes, so that it may bear more fruit. Already you are clean because the word I have spoken in you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches." So it's one of those things as we're remembering to plant a tree, we must take care of our spiritual garden, much like we do an actual garden. And if you're one of those that has like a brown thumb, it's a brown thumb that just makes everything not live, have God help you turn that brown thumb into a green thumb. And it's one of those things where if you look at the very definition of pruning, pruning is trimming back. There's a difference between trimming a tree back to make it more healthy. Because when we talk about pruning and when we think pruning, we think healthy tree. That's what we're thinking. We're taking we're taking a tree that's either overgrown. When I go out and say I'm going to go prune a tree, if I'm going to go trim or prune a tree, generally I'm doing a process called deadheading for you gardeners out there. You get rid of the branches that are dying a bit. You get rid of the things that need, you're reshaping the tree a little bit. You're positioning it for better health. Similar to what we need to do with the fine tuning that God does in our life. The fine tuning that God does in our life. Getting rid of some of the things that will cause us difficulty in our life and in our walk. And ultimately, when we get to a place spiritually where we're just going through, and ideally, like any garden, when we take care of our garden and it's well manicured, all we have to do generally Our garden is never going to be perfect. There's always work to be done, just like in a regular garden. There's always work to be done. But generally, you just have to keep up with the maintenance, the regular pruning, the regular fine-tuning, all of this stuff. Should be just a matter of fine-tuning seasonally. There's things you need to do, rake, delete, all this types of stuff that you do in your garden. It's kind of like maintaining a home as well. But oftentimes, I like to attribute when we go through the wine press, when we go through something that really a season, and I'm sure a lot of Christians have gone through a season that you were rocked to your very foundation. Those types of things where you get rid of the more serious things, like the addictions that have plagued you, the behavioral tendencies that have plagued you for years. Occasionally when you neglect to prune your trees or prune your gardens, or when you neglect to water your gardens or water your trees, what ends up happening, the tree dies. And then what happens is, occasionally, like I've had to do with some of my thuya trees over in my old house I used to have, what happens is you got to pull it up and you got to replant. That can be quite the process. And sometimes if you catch something that's not let go for very long, the roots, if it hasn't grown very much, if anything unhealthy hasn't grown very much, you can generally, if it's small, you can pull up a tree, not too bad. And its roots are generally self-contained and you're all right, and you can replant and carry on with your big bad self. However, you let a redwood tree that's now dying or dead, that's just 10 or 15 years grown, that's 10 feet tall. Well, see, here's what happens. Sometimes we think, oh, if I just trim this back, it'll be okay, and it'll be fine. So we like to attack the roots of our problems sometimes by going at the branches and going, oh, I'll go at the branches. If I do this just enough, and it'll be fine. Well, you can do that, but at the end of the day, if a tree is dead, then it's dead. So the only way to really get to the core of the issue is to get at the roots. And sometimes, if you have a tree that is in your thorn in your side, whatever you've been dealing with, if it's something you've been dealing with for like years upon years, and you finally made the decision with the Lord, you know what? I need to change this. And we need to start now. Getting at the roots can be an interesting process, because if you've ever had to pull up a tree, and I remember we pulled up some trees, my parents did, when we had acreage when I was younger. A 10-foot tree or taller, when you go to pull up the roots, it's not very well self-contained, and it runs a little longer than you might think. By the time you get the tree pulled up, you might have half your grass torn up. You might have a quarter of your driveway pulled up, because you're like, oh my word. You might be in your neighbor's yard because you don't know where those roots went. You don't know where those roots grow, so you don't know. And that's the case sometimes with unhealthy roots in our lives, is we survey, after we've pulled up all the root, we go look around and we go, oh my, that's my yard, that's my driveway. Oh, and you just look, well, that's under my neighbor's fence. You find out exactly what damage that root really has caused. But so many people want to put in the new wineskins, as it says, while they're still digging the old stuff out, when the word says you can't pour new wine into old wineskins. So like any gardener would do, you have to pull out the old roots first and overcome all that before you can pour the new wine in, before you can replant a new root, a new tree. Then you can repair the grass, repair the driveway that's torn up. When I was remodeling my house in 2019, I'll share with you a little story real quick. In the comparison of repairing a house too, I had, which what my kid does for a living now is basically the company we called to help us fix it. It's great having a family business that can respond to that type of thing. But I was home, thankfully, when this happened, and I was home, and we had a tri-level house at the time. It was our old studios that I broadcasted from all the way up until 2022. If you watch the lives from 2020 to 22, that's basically where I emanated from. And I was usually on the top level where the kitchen was. Well, the top level, which was the kids' bathroom, underneath, there was like, Dad, you gotta come quick! There's water. There was like a sprung a leak. And here's the other analogy too: is if you have a small little drip, 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 drip leak, you can probably fix those, no problem, minimal damage. However, here's another analogy for some of our issues that we face. That one, it was gushing like a geyser. But then the problem was, ideally you have shutoff valves, right? Well, this leak happened to be at the shutoff valve, so that wasn't an option. Had to go to plan B. So I'm going to plan B, which is I'm grabbing a wrench and I'm going out to the street and going to the shutoff valve at the street to turn the water off. Well, by the time that got all done, needless to say, we had several batches of flooring throughout the house that needed to be repaired, and since we couldn't get it to match, basically a lot of the flooring in the house needed to come up and be replaced. Insurance took care of that, but when we had the plumber out, he said something interesting, because sometimes when you get to the root of your problem, sometimes when you deal with what you think is one thing, you never know when God might go, about that. You may think it's just that, but it's this and this and this and this as well across the board. Uh-oh. Because we found out that in the early 90s, they used what's called Quest piping, which is like plastic type of valves, which is not used anymore and recalled, thankfully, in houses that were like late 90s and past. So the plumber said, chances are all your fittings are going to have Quest piping, so we better replace those and switch those over now, or chances are you're probably going to be dealing with this issue down the road, a matter of time again. I'm like, say no more, replace them. So that's exactly what we did. But that's what happens sometimes with the issues that we face. If we don't tackle them right away and recognize, there's other things going on that's causing it, we might be dealing with the exact same problem again. We thought, well, I dealt with this. It should be over, right? Well, except there's these over here. So sometimes we may never know how far our roots go, but we have to depend on the Lord to be able to help be the root digger. Because only He, God, along with wise counsel, will help. If it's something you've tried to get rid of yourself but can't, get some wise counsel in on it. Someone you can trust that you could disseminate all of this with and can help you overcome, because we do overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. But a lot of us really need to get down at those roots for us to really have a healthy garden. That's what we all want, is healthy gardens, right? But here's the thing. Here's another analogy for you. God is the master gardener, but He's also, think of if you live in a neighborhood with an HOA, it's important to take care of your neighbors. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your own garden. But if you see something in another person's garden that goes, hey, just FYI, you've got this, you've got this shrub in your lawn that's looking a little withered, just let you know in case you didn't already know. So if we see something that might be like, hey, just let you know, let your brother and sister know. Because what happens is we don't want to leave it go unattended. What happens if you leave something bad in your garden go unattended? You got the HOA knocking at your door going, you now need to take care of this or we're going to fine you. God won't fine us necessarily, but he's kind of like the enforcer, where he comes along going, yeah, you need to take care of that. But have him help you get at the roots that you're dealing with. In Matthew 15:13, Jesus says, every plant that my Father in heaven has not planted himself will be pulled up by the roots. Luke 3:9, the axe is ready at the root of the trees, and any tree that does not produce good fruit will be cut down and thrown into the fire. We all should get to the point where we should be okay with being pruned. And hopefully we all come at it from hopefully we all can get to the point with the things we deal with where we get to the place where pruning can be a good thing. Where we're pruning for maintenance, like we're trimming a branch that got a little reckless. Like we did this silly little thing, and it's like, we can deal with it right there, get rid of that branch, and carry on. Still a healthy tree. We don't want to let things go so much to the point where the whole tree's got to go because all of a sudden we've been dealing with this thing for 10, 15 years, and now it's infiltrated almost every area of our walk. I don't want to see that for any one of us. I want us to be people that are bearing healthy fruit in him, that are bearing healthy gardens, that are flowing, that are just filled with fruit. Fruits of the Spirit, but just loving and serving one another well and taking care of one another. And that's what we should be doing. So I want us all to have good gardens. Sometimes there are seasons where we have a healthy garden. We should always be growing. Gardener always is in the garden. If you know a gardener, they're always in the garden. They're always taking, even if something really doesn't need to be done, they're always finding ways to improve their garden. We should always be doing that, of course. That doesn't mean anything's bad in our garden necessarily at that point in time. They're just always finding something to, always striving to improve their garden. That's hopefully one day we all can get to. That we're making solid choices, we're making good decisions, that we're doing all these things to hopefully just have just like a home or an auto or a garden, regular maintenance. Hopefully that's where we can get to. Fruits of the Spirit. Talking about fruits. Galatians 5:22-23 says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law. Want to bear good fruit? That's what you got to do. Display those things as best as you can. Are we going to get it perfect? Nah. Never will. It's not what it's about. But hopefully we get to the point, though, where we're not throwing Miracle Grow on our weeds. Where we're not stabbing ourselves in the foot. Because those simple things, like we all know what to do with weeds, right? If you see a weed, unless you love weeds, some people love weeds and they're growing around, but most people, if you don't love weeds, what do? You pull the weed. Now, the silly thing to do is most people, let's just go out and let's just throw Miracle Grow on the weed. No. We think that's silly, right? But sometimes we think, let's correct this wrong thing or this wrong behavior by just throwing some Miracle Grow on it and thinking that's the way to do it, right? No. So it's one of those things. Are we going to suffer in this walk? Absolutely. Hopefully we get to the point where we're suffering because of things that happens to us that are things that are things that come with the territory of life that are oftentimes out of our control, like people passing away, dealing with grief, or just things that happen in our job that might not be in our control, or things like that, or medical issues that may not necessarily be in our control. Things like that. We'll suffer occasionally, things like that. We will go through suffering, and occasionally we'll go through suffering because we're sharing the gospel. We'll go through persecuting and suffering because that in of itself, it's another kind of suffering. Hopefully we begin to avoid the suffering where we just let weeds grow and we're suffering when we don't really need to. That's the type of suffering that we should be able to minimize in a walk, and we can, as long as we're taking care of our garden. Thank you for attending my TED Talk, everybody. Okay, there you go. That's your moment spotlight for tonight. Luke 13, 6 through 9. Oh, let's do it here. Cut it down. Why should it use up the soil? Sir, the man replied, leave it alone for 1 more year and I'll dig around it and fertilize it. If it bears fruit next year, fine. If not, then cut it down. Sometimes that's what you have to do with things too. Sometimes you have to give things more time, see if it grows more fruit, and then sometimes you just have to rely on the Lord knowing when to cut some things out. And He'll tell you when. He'll tell you when. I have a black thumb. My aloe plant doesn't look too good. Lexi, hi. Hey, y'all. Sorry for the late comment. Red and Joe, thank you for playing that song, friends. I'm sorry I missed it. Appreciate you guys. No worries, Lexi. Fantastic stuff. Thank you for sending it over to us. Appreciate it. Red says, of course, Lexi, it was awesome. Hopefully I'm glad you were blessed by it there, Mr. Jose, sir. Regina says, Psalm 51:10, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me, my nightly prayer verse to prune my heart and keep it clean. There you go, Regina. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, when you're able to prune and come at it from a healthy point of view perspective, that's hopefully where we all should get to. Psalm 51:10. Great stuff there, Regina. It says, it keeps saying waiting for live signal, then it goes a second, then freezes again. If anyone's having that same issue, let me know, and we'll see if we can get. Spud, did we break Spud again? Well, no, that's not my objective, folks. Is to break Spud. We have
You didn't break me.
We have a soggy potato on our hands.
You didn't break me.
Now we were talking about like pipes that have leaks in it. We weren't necessarily talking about potatoes that have leaks in it.
You didn't break me. All right. You didn't break me.
Seems to be doing good now. Okay.
You did not break me.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
What broke me a little bit is just the fact that what you were speaking on is like completely true, and like just knowing that if there's something that you need to like just share with different people that you can go to and trust, and like that's what got me, because it's like there's so many different things and how I've been feeling in this past week where I'm just been like, I need to let it all go. And then I was just looking at the next study that For a minute, I was just looking while you were finishing what you were saying, and that I was looking at the next study that I prepared last night for next Wednesday, and I decided to title it Letting Go of What Doesn't Define Us. Because I feel like that's something that we can really have a hard time doing sometimes, letting go of our past because we think it might sometimes define us, but then it doesn't, and God shows us that. And so I thought that was the perfect title of letting go of what doesn't define us. And with everything that I've gone through this past week, it's like I needed to hear what you were saying and all of that, because that just gave me that reassurance, hey, I'm not alone, but I got people right here. I got someone right here to hear me out whenever I need it, So that's why I took it to heart. That's why I was like that.
And we have a song, "Think It Not Strange." He must think it goes well with the scriptures of the night tonight, because the video starts out with a tree. For goodness sakes, yes. Hopefully the video is going along. Hopefully your signal is going along fine now. Hopefully it's a
Did you
request.
see my acoustic cover that I sent you?
I will have to check that out here in a second. We have a song now from Mr. Jose Barajas, who sent
No way, Jose.
request. No way, Jose. Here's his tune, "Everything I Have Jesus." Jose Barajas. No way, Jose. Right here on the Thursday night music hangout, live tonight.
For I have the fruit of the Spirit. I have love, joy, and peace. I have long suffering and kindness. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. Because I have Jesus. Because Jesus, He is in me. Even though I walk through this valley, and the enemies they surround, oh, I will not fear. No, I will not be afraid. For Jesus walks with me. For Jesus, He is with me. And I have goodness and faithfulness. I have gentleness and self-control. For against these there is no such law. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. Because I have Jesus. Because Jesus, He is with me.
a scripture he just brought up. Yes, indeed, Galatians 5:22-23. I have everything. Jesus. Jose Barajas right here. Only Thursday Night Music Hangout. Monica says, beautiful pictures. Jose, love the song. Regina says, good song and nice video.
It is.
Yes, indeed. And
I have a fail story from today. You would think I wouldn't have a fail story happen today, but I do.
a fail story?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That never
See,
happens.
see, everything was going fine with me, making my hot chocolate today at my
Oh,
little hot chocolate station.
oh no.
I
Oh no.
followed all the steps correctly.
Oh,
I I poured the water into my Keurig. I closed the lid. I put the paper cup underneath the Keurig. I put the hot chocolate pod into the Keurig, and I did it as normal. Everything was going fine. I was doing well. I was
Here we
proud of
go.
myself
Yeah.
because that part went well.
Going
See?
well, going easy. Yeah, no problem
Yeah.
so far. Uh-huh.
I put my little mini marshmallows in there. Because what
Okay.
is hot chocolate without marshmallows?
Because why not? All right. Okay. All right.
And I put the lid on very carefully. And then I go to bring the cup out, and I told my mom, I'm like, you can double check to make sure the lid is on good so I'm not like gonna spill it anywhere. And like, so she did. That part was fine, right? So
So
I
far, so
bring the hot
good.
chocolate back to where I have the hot chocolate, like my Keurig maker. I bring it back to my room. I'm trying to drink the hot chocolate. Everything's going well. I go back out into the living room. I go into the kitchen and I set the hot chocolate cup down. Everything's great there. I take the lid off, no problem.
Uh-oh.
I
Okay.
go to get the mini marshmallows had already melted into the thing. And so, like, okay, I go to get a big, gigantic jumbo marshmallow, right? I put that into the hot chocolate. I get a plastic spoon so I can eat the marshmallow before I drink the hot chocolate. What do I do with the spoon with the marshmallow? That's right. I spill the hot chocolate out of the cup a little bit to where it actually goes onto the counter underneath the paper cup. And then I clean that up, and it's fine throughout the rest of the time after that, and no more hot chocolate mishaps. Just the only time I spill it on the counter like that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That was another edition of Mishaps with Spud. Tune in
Yeah.
next week when we will once again hear a Spud mishap again. That's right. Yes.
That could be a
Um, here is we've been talking about winter invading a lot of folks, not here, but a lot of folks in the most of the U.S. But take a look at this here. This is Misty sent this in on our smaller community. This is me in the snow. That looks like a good 4, 5, 6 inches over there, potentially in Georgia. There you go. Look at that. Red sent this over. Red says you should share this. No, it is not photoshopped, everybody, what I'm about to show you. They call it the Sunshine State, not normally known for this. But that was the current situation in the state of neighboring Florida today, where, yes, the Sunshine State and palm trees and what do you got over there? Yeah, that you aren't seeing things. That is a bit of snow in Florida. Yes, it is indeed.
And Red, I did see your comment with the marshmallow thing. I did. Like, can you do this?
Jumbo and mini marshmallows. Your family goes all out for the marshmallows, and you
Well,
didn't.
see, like, here's the thing. Like,
Oh,
there's
now we're seeing that. Oh, is it the blue marshmallows again?
yeah, there's the blue one and that
Huh.
one. There's the mini, and then there's
Mini.
the bigger
Okay.
marshmallow.
Huh.
And then my little Keurig maker.
A little mini Keurig maker over there. I'm just glad they didn't get you the one that has like the coffee pot attachment to it. I could just see you making total.
And then this is a cup that I did not use today, but I probably could have done it better to use this. But this is the mug that I had the last time.
Wait, what is that?
That's the mug that I had the last time when I did the hangout.
Well, lift it up a little bit there. It is. What is that on there? It's all kinds of fuzzy. Is that Disney characters? What is that?
It almost looks like little paint type drop.
Silly stories with Spilling Tater House. Yeah.
No.
Silly stories with Spilling Spud. Yeah.
What? No.
3 inches of snow. Yes.
I don't even know
Well,
what
let
I
me
got.
let me grab my. Hold on a minute, folks. Let me grab my. Hold on a minute, folks. Let me grab my mobile device over here, folks. Let me show you what my weather meanwhile was doing today, and it was nothing like that. And it was. Again, the West Coast is seemingly missing out on this whole winter thing, to the point where they're like, yeah, we actually need some. This is dry January. Like, we need some cooler weather around here, or some some wetter weather to get the snowpack back. Because next 7 days, that ain't happening. No, that ain't happening. 40s and upper 40s, and man. Although there's hope at the end of that following week. But, yeah. Although, I will say, Spud, that you're in the plus column. You're a balmy 19 now. Woo! You're actually okay warm today. But no, this is a beautiful morning in the Pacific Northwest with the Tacoma Narrows Bridges this morning. Let's see. Huh? Now what did you do? Were you just trying to create mishaps on air now?
No, not entirely.
I mean, it was great sunshine this morning. It's not often I get to get up to actually see the sunrise that stinking early in the morning, but yeah,
Spud just
fantastic.
accidentally when not picking up feet much. Sometimes I like walked on the carpet and shuffled the feet a little bit to where my feet were like dragging there, and I static electricity type thing trying to turn on the light.
Now then, tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow is another all-new edition of Night of Soap when Night of Soap can drive. No, I'm kidding. Night of Soap 16th edition of Night of Soap
My
tomorrow,
dad
7
wanted to
Eastern,
call
4
it the
Pacific.
316 edition.
Yes. So you have to stay tuned because you never know. One, now they're at the lake house, you never know what bathroom she's going to be coming to you from, number one, because she generally hosts from the bathroom. And number two, you never know what character may or may not make an appearance in the bathroom tomorrow. You never know.
And Janae, if you are watching this later or if you're watching it now, I'm sorry if you're going to get an introduction to my dad for the first time tomorrow and knowing my dad's antics.
Fires getting worse in California. It's 80 degrees there. Jeez. Now Seal Beach getting Long Beach surrounded with fires getting closer to where I was at. Oh man, we'll definitely be praying for California down there. No snow here, but it's in the 20s and 30s. Got to the 50s this afternoon. We'll be in the 20s in the morning. Ugh. Yeah, it's getting a bit near freezing at night over here, so there is frost, but yeah, it's as I was saying, Night of Soap. If any of you are watching that has not seen things like this before, and you need some sort of a refresher, let's say, of what it's like to be having this program go down the drain, let me introduce to you this next group right here. I believe this was by request. By request
Yes.
on our last program. And so, what a way. We might do a couple of these tonight just in advance of this program. It's Tiffany and Anthony Salerno. Why? I think we're going that way. And it's one of the
Yeah.
only bathrooms where there's an old style TV in the bathroom. One of the coolest parts of this whole thing. Take a look right here.
You mean they have to like the TV static?
It's a Night of Soap preview right now here on the Thursday Night Music Hangout. Yeah, or not. Well, we whoops, apparently, we're having some audio problems on that one. Let's try that again here. Sorry about that, guys. I have no idea what in the world heck happened there. Let's try this here again. Sorry about that, folks. We will attempt to do this one more time. Sorry about that, guys. That's maddening a little bit. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's get this fixed the right way now, folks. Sorry about that. I had this weird feeling I was going to do that. Let's try this again here. Hold on tight, folks. Hopefully this fixes it. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Sorry about that, guys. With the with the hole in the toilet. Yeah. Would have possibly done one, but can't get to Suzanne's house. I don't have a car anymore since I wrecked it. Well, that's understandable. That's understandable, Regina. Better the lake house than the outhouse, says Jose.
You never know.
That's true too. That's true too.
You never know where you might find me tomorrow because it could be from my own or it could not be. You just never know.
Are you teasing us now?
What?
Said, are you teasing us now? Man.
Oh no, I'm not like it's not like that. It's more so it could be the location of mine or that some of you got to see when I gave a little bit of a tour, or it could not be. It could be somewhere where you guys would never expect me to do it from.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. I am just saying.
Well, that's weird. We're trying to fix this. Hopefully here.
While you are trying to fix that one, do you think the one that's acoustically done at the Sunday Walker tune would be likely to play?
I will check that out here in just a moment. There. Let's see if we can. Let's see. Hopefully, if we can. I'm gonna test this real fast. Hopefully, I've tried this again. Let's see if we can. I'm just not getting the audio to show up for some reason. Hopefully this fixed it. I hope. No. Why?
I don't know.
Well, that's fun.
What happened?
I don't know. Is there?
What happened?
I don't know. We're just not getting audio for whatever strange reason on that. Do you know what Hangout we last played that sucker on?
I will look.
Well, you look for that. For some reason, unless you've got like a master copy of that thing somewhere that you can retransfer me real quick. For some strange reason, I. For some strange reason, I don't know why that one's not going. But Red, if you've got the master, feel free to send that one. Otherwise, I'll grab it from the last little hangout here. By the way, it's 6 weeks and change till Texas.
September 7th to 23.
September 7th of 23. Okay.
Yes, and there was the second song in.
Second song in. Okay.
Yes, right. No, sorry, third song in. After Richard Andrews' "Ain't No Grave."
All right. So we will have no fear. We will have a Night of Soap preview with a couple of songs from Night of Soap coming up in just a minute. Have no fear. We will have that coming up here in just a few minutes from right now. So don't you go anywhere. We will play that tune. So stick around for that, folks. It's Music Hangout here on this Thursday night. A couple more tunes left, including an artist who's going to be on Red's Room on Saturday. That's right. We'll have that for you in just a second as well. Assuming that one will go. That one's having a little bit of troubles. I don't know. Ha ha ha. Oh, fun. Let's try this. Aha. I think I might have. No? Maybe. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Well, that last one from Red is having troubles. Chris Sarver says, awesome. Sorry I missed it. Hope it was good. It was good. It was the lyric video. It was fantastic. Red, I'm going that way. The master told I'm going that way, sir.
Yes, which
Checking in late a second time. Maybe comments not saying you were. We're glad you were here. I'm glad you're here.
I think
Jose says from her own toilet or a public one.
no. I'm still gonna do it from the lake. It's just you don't know.
Wait, you're doing it. Whoa! You're doing it from the lake, as in
No.
like a big outhouse.
No.
You're doing it from the lake.
No.
From the lake.
Not the lake.
Now that's a big toilet right there. I mean,
No, not the lake.
I
I'm not
didn't
doing
think
it
you
out.
would
No.
consider that a
No.
bathroom. But I mean,
No. Hey.
each their own. I mean, we know what you do when you go swimming now.
No. Hold on. Wait a minute. No, I'm not doing it from like outdoor. No, I'm doing it from inside the lake house. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that it might not be from the my bathroom. It could be just you never know.
You gonna clog your parents' bathroom for all night? Although
You don't know.
Red says, please don't go in the lake, Elizabeth. Keep it clean.
You don't know. No.
You did miss a beat on that one there, Red. It's kind of Yep. Well, while we're waiting on that, folks, let's give folks.
My dad actually dropped his phone in the lake one year over here, and before the lake house was built, and he dropped it in the lake and he decided to go like by the dog and go like swim to like underneath the water to like find it. He wasn't gonna. We were like, my mom and I were like, you just get a new one, get a new one. And he was not gonna get a, like, he was determined to find that phone. He told my parent, like, he told my mom, and he told me to call it. He told my mom and I to call that phone underneath water. How are you gonna find a phone underwater with it raining? You're not. He did. And it still worked. That phone worked.
Here is another Night of Soap preview. Since we can't get the other one to work, I found another one for you. Here is one from Nathaniel Chapman.
Oh.
Yes. Night of Soap preview. We'll
You
give
know, I
one
actually
way or
found
another.
another one of Nathaniel's
Oh,
from last year.
oh dear. It's Thursday night music hangout. This is a sample of what you'll hear tomorrow or see.
Which one did you
Here, I
choose?
don't know, but you'll hear and see at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll hear music and not other noises that come from the restroom tomorrow.
Which one did you choose?
Just saying. Oh, you'll see.
Okay.
This song is called Constipated with Words. It's about writer's block. I hate the dictionary, which I instantly regret. So words are building pressure in the cavern of my head. Oh, I wish I had the words to relieve the pressure. I wish I had the words to relieve the pressure, 'cause I'm constipated with words, and it really, really hurts. I'm pushing from the inside, just trying to get it out, trying to find the words, but I don't know what about, 'cause I'm constipated with words. Well, I'm standing in the shower, just trying to find the words. I've been sitting on the toilet for over 1 hour. Oh, I wish I had the words to relieve the pressure. Yeah, I wish I had the words to relieve the pressure, 'cause I'm constipated with words, and it really, really hurts. I'm pushing from the inside, just trying to get it out, trying to write a song, but I don't know what about, 'cause I'm constipated with words. Yeah, this is what it's like when you try to write a song. There's no laxative, so you're pushing all day long, 'cause you're constipated with words, and it really, really hurts. You're pushing from the inside, just trying to get it out, trying to write a song, but you don't know what about, 'cause you're constipated with words. Yeah, you're constipated with words. Oh, you're constipated with words.
Constipated with words.
Mhm.
There's no laxative to relieve songwriting blocks, apparently. Yeah. Feel the pressure. Nathaniel Chapman. Constipated with words. And the opposite of that is what we call word vomit. And you're not constipated with words. But anyway, did you catch the comment though? We took that from the original broadcast. Did you catch Lisa Lynch's comment on there from the original broadcast where she said, "It sounds like a Matthew West vibe if you were to do a bathroom song." I was wondering if you got that when it flashed through. I'm like, oh, Spud's gonna, she's gonna have to see hear this if she didn't catch it the first time. Lisa Lynch got a Matthew West vibe if he did a song in the bathroom. Oh. Red says, keep in prayer. Found out March 20th I go in for outpatient surgery, which that's just 3 days after he gets back from Texas week. March 20th go for outpatient surgery for them to help take out the uric acid out of the left hand and the left foot with the big toe. That's the one that has the big toe. And it looks like you're going to get screws put in, so going to the airport will be fun. Uh-huh. Well, not necessarily, though. Depends on how they do it. Because, fun fact for you, it's the only broken bone I've ever had in my life, which this was in, I remember this well. It was, I don't know, 25 years ago now. Good grief. Can't believe it's been 25 years. 25-year anniversary since that happened to my foot. I'll be doggone. Wow. Dang. That just kind of shivered just now. But it was the day before New Year's Eve of 1999. I was in a wrestling match, and I was trying to escape. And needless to say, I stuck to my regular wrestling announcing after that. I returned to behind the booth, behind the announcer's table. I didn't try wrestling again. I tried to escape. I have a takedown move. Guy flipped me over the wrong way. I felt a pop on the way down, and I'm just like, I didn't cry, surprisingly. On the way down, all I can remember thinking was, that's not good. I just knew right away, that's not good. And so teammates carried me over to the bench. My parents immediately rushed down to avoid the whole ambulance thing. They lifted me to the Suburban, my parents at the time. We're riding to the hospital. I get to the hospital. They rushed me into the ER, and they're like, the doctor who, orthopedist time, he said, "When's the last time you had anything to eat?" I'm like, quite a while ago. Why? It's like, good. We're getting you over to surgery right now. Huh? You have a slight fracture in your tibia and your fibula, which is one in the small bone and one in the big bone. Good news was it was a clean break. So they said your teammates, coaching staff, they all had the wherewithal, and so did you, to know that something was wrong, because if you would have tried to walk on it, there's a chance you could have compounded it, and then your recovery would have been way, way different. But because you did not put pressure on it, the break is clean, you're going to heal just fine, as if nothing ever happened. Your bones are going to be stronger, and sure, they are strong to this day. I do not feel a darn thing. But what they did was, in order to stabilize it and to heal, when I started walking on it again, was they put pins and screws in it so the bone could heal correctly. Now, they said that you can have them, if they're really bothering you or whatnot, you can do a separate surgery and have the pins and screws removed, because after it heals, they're just sitting there not doing anything. Really, they're just decoration at that point. But needless to say, I never went back and had them removed because they haven't been sensitive. It hasn't bothered me. I've been fully healed. It's so there's technically, I believe there's technically pins and whatever in there, but they're not doing anything and haven't for 25 years now. But but they don't go off though. They don't go off. I almost thought the same thing you did, Ray. I was like, well, it's surely going to go off at the X-ray at the airport, right? No, not once. Not once have they ever gone off for that. So,
Since we're talking about broken bones, Spud has broken 3 bones and tore six
Oh,
or
we're gonna
seven
we're gonna get a bonus mishap from Spud.
and and tore 6 or 7 ligaments in her foot.
And how did you do that? Dare I
And
ask?
well, see, I was helping my Spanish teacher at the time, and
Gosh, oh boy.
I was helping take chairs off desks, and I was not even paying attention at all to what happened
Did you drop one on your foot?
until I looked down and the school desk was all the way on the top of
Wait,
my
school? Did you
foot.
drop the whole desk on your foot?
No, the desk just completely fell on the whole school desk fell on top of my foot, and um, we took my shoe off. I like showed my foot. It was like swollen a little bit, and it was like a little bit painful. Um,
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm fine, like
Hmm.
I'm gonna walk this off, like
I'm
I'm
gonna walk it off. Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna walk this pain off because like at the time, at after it happened, like I did not want my foot to be stiff, right? Because like I didn't
Yeah.
want it to be stiff. So I
Uh
was just
huh.
gonna walk the pain off.
Right. That didn't work, did it?
No. See,
No.
my teacher who taught me in high school for 2 years, she's like, sit down, put some ice on your foot, rest it.
So then what? After that, did you need like a brace or a cast,
I,
or what did you have to
I
do?
rested my foot for a while in the classroom, and then I took the ice off, and then like I'm just gonna keep walking, and then I went back and sat down because I could not bear the pain. If like given her to walk, I made the mistake of walking on it during the class time when I was trying to help her during that day because the classroom was on the second floor and the office was on the first floor. I took the stairs all the way down with the ice pack and my stuff back to the office, which made the foot pain worse. And my cousin who's a pastor and also like a school nurse as well, he looks at my foot and he's like, "There is no way I'm letting you walk out of this school unless it's in a wheelchair." So I go in a wheelchair. My dad helps me into the car. We go over to the like urgent care, and they're telling me, "Oh, it just sprained. Like you'll be able to like still walk on it, whatever." Hospital says, "No, you broke it. You like broke 3 bones and tore 6 or 7 ligaments." I'm in a boot for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, fun.
And mind you, this was in 2019 before COVID. So this all happened on
Oh man,
like,
this was the year before you met us. Oh man.
yes. And so mind you that happened in 2019, and did that stop me from going to the Matthew West concert in Ypsilanti, Michigan? No. No, it did not. I asked our foot doctor, I'm like, "Can I go see the Matthew West concert this coming weekend?" And he's like, "As long as you're in a wheelchair, because like you are not getting up and walking around on this foot."
Eh, Jose says, "Well, at least you weren't in Texas and left your foot there."
Oh gosh.
Ouch. To which Red says, "Well, yeah, I don't break bones. Mine just disappear." Oh, oh, oh.
I tore the 6 or 7 ligaments. I broke 3 bones in my toe.
Red says, "Well, my bones are eating away, so they need and don't know what else they'll put in there to replace it."
Luckily, I
Misty,
didn't.
1999 year, graduated high school. I was a
Oh, I will.
90, that year. I was a junior. I was a junior. I think it was that year. Yeah. Brett says,
I
"Yeah,
have.
that's what I did after I got out of the hospital in Texas." And Cassie freaked out because the day after I told her I was done with the crutches and stopped using the crutches. You freaked her out? No.
I have sprained.
All her stories are B CMS.
Well,
before
okay.
CMS.
I did sprain my foot twice. I did
Oh
sprain
yeah,
my
if I
foot
get a boot
twice.
in March, that means I'll have a matching pair.
I
Oh, Regina, ow, ow. Regina says, I fell face first out of my RV from inside all the way to the concrete.
it. We won't.
You've
You
never
just
done
mean
that, have you? Face first in the concrete. Now, you haven't
no.
fell face first in the concrete. However, I did in person. I don't know how you did
See,
it, by the way.
that's what I was about to say.
That
Like, we don't
curve
have to
just
talk about
jumped
that
out
one.
in front of her. That curve had no clue what was coming.
No.
She just hopped over a curve. Next thing I know, she didn't face plant. No, spud knee plants into the concrete. That's right, knee plants in the concrete. I'm like, how did you do that? I'm like, are you?
Well, don't forget that was the time when I was looking at the limousine that we were walking past.
Oh, that's what happened. You were distracted by a limo, and down she went. Yeah.
And then
Oh,
my dad's like, "You probably shouldn't have been looking at that limo and
see,
paid attention
that
to."
was not before. See, that was during CMS. There,
Yes.
Jose. That was
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. Uh huh.
That's when a nice like lady like held me like cleaned my hand up a little bit, and yeah,
Yeah. That was.
it was like a little bit burning just because like the wound of like on the hand, but
Yeah, that was. Didn't stop you the rest of the trip though. You were
no.
here for the rest of your trip though.
Although that was I think that was the time before I did that. Like that was the time when we helped that little boy get back to his family.
Was that the time we went? Did we go Did we go to Snoqualmie that time too?
I didn't.
Yeah, maybe
It
we
might have
did.
been,
Maybe we did.
or it could have been before. But
Maybe
I
we did.
just know that when we helped that little boy, that was like really cool. But I'll tell you what, that little boy, he he took a liking to all three of us real quick. And Blue's over there like, "Hey, Dad, dinner?"
Oh, you know it. You know it. Uh,
I can see him out of the corner of my eye. He's like about ready to give you like another kiss, like, "Hey, Dad, dinner."
I'm having issues though. By the way, I am having issues playing. I'm having issues playing. We were gonna play a Marginet tune, and the one I'm having is not. It's not having it.
You want to maybe like test the acoustic song I sent you to see if that will
I
focus?
I will do that on this song break over here. Another song that maybe you can expect to hear.
I hear that one.
I think it probably be all right. I will double check it here on a song break. I'll double check the clearances on it. But
It's a
yes,
sin.
and of course, unlike Night of Hope, where we tell you who's going to be performing in the bathroom ahead of time. No, well, they don't perform in the bathroom in Night of Hope. But Night of Hope, we don't tell you who's going to the bathroom.
Musically.
Right.
Musically.
We don't tell you. Unlike Night of Hope, where we tell you who's going to be on there. Night of Soap, we don't tell you who's going to the bathroom. They just go.
Musically, right? Musically.
Right. Right.
Do you see
They
how good I'm getting with this? Usually I would be like, like not.
because we haven't really had anybody go yet. Non musically. Hopefully they don't do that on.
Mhm.
Don't get any ideas either over there. He's like, what are you looking at me for?
Boo, you do like an
You
outdoor
don't get to be the
bathroom
first one
session,
to go
okay?
to the bathroom on air, sir. Like,
Well, you do the
look,
outdoor
he's
bathroom
just
session, all
he's
right?
if he could talk, he's gonna just look like, dare you? I would not do such a thing. What do you take me for?
Blue, you have to like do the outdoor bathroom session, okay?
Oh.
Outdoor bathroom session for Blue.
But you know who has been in the bathroom before?
Musically?
Right. It's Mary Oz Music.
Ah.
Here's her tune from Night of Soap 9. It's LWL, another Night of Soap pre.
Oh, yes.
Right here. Monica says, is that a shower head behind you, Spudalicious?
No, actually.
What is that? Is that a light? Is that a lamp? What is that?
Yes, it is a lamp.
It's a shower head. Yeah, she's getting a head start on Night of Soap for tomorrow.
I can't find the button that turns that lamp on. There's usually a little button that turns that lamp on.
Mary Oz Music
I found
right now.
I found it. It was just on the opposite side.
We'll do some closing prayers and final thoughts.
See?
After Mary Oz. Another sneak preview.
Lamp.
It's a lamp.
Light behind me.
Because that would be really bad if it was a light up shower head. Because that would be really bad. That probably wouldn't go together if they would.
Although, do you know that they make LED lights for a shower head? Not kidding.
Doesn't surprise.
They even have bathroom mirrors where you can actually.
Oh no! I've been to a resort. Where they use Bluetooth mirror. Oh yeah, where it's not like light up mirror, but you can like play tunes from your mirror.
Or watch movies.
Oh yeah, it's trippy. Yeah, it's
weird.
I've been in resorts like that, including one near here. Yeah, it's
so weird. To
crazy.
Me. You can buy them on Amazon.
Mary Oz.
You're like a crazy ton of money, but still.
I'm sure. Thursday night music hangout.
After 8 shows, you're finally getting what I mean by this.
Can't keep pretending.
Mary Oz for you right now as we kick off some good, clean fun from the confines of the commode. It's Night of Soap number 9.
There's a dangerous game that you're playing. Can't keep pretending there's life in your love. Cause when the curtain falls, you're a golden sheep's clothing. Can't feel your heart beating. No fire in your bones. No fire in your bones. You wake up when you hear the sound of church bells ringing. Oh, leave your love in the cold. Have you lost your way to the altar? You've been the lukewarm, my lover. You say you will what you want. Say it ain't so. When will you stop being a fool in the trenches? Keep loving the pages for far too long. I need a change up. Been sitting at the benches. We need a map dancing. You've been reborn. You've been reborn. You wake up when you hear the sound of church bells are ringing. I'll leave your love in the cold. Have you lost your way to the altar? You've been the lukewarm, my lover. You say you will what you want. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. You've gone the path where many lovers go. Lulled to sleep by same old comfortable. You've gone the path where many lovers go. Lulled to sleep by same old comfortable. You've gone the path where many lovers go. Lulled to sleep by same old comfortable. You've gone the path where many lovers go. Lulled to sleep by same old comfortable. You wake up when you hear the sound of church bells ringing. Or leave your love in the cold. Have you lost your way to the altar? Been the lukewarm You say you will, but you won't. Will you wake up when you hear the sound of church bells are ringing, or leave your love in the crowd? Have you lost your way to the altar? You've been a lukewarm lover. You say you will, but you won't. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so. Mary Oz music right here on Thursday Night Music Hangout. And of course, we'll get to our final tune. We will. I think we can play this. We'll attempt to play this a really cool acoustic cover tune here in just a second. But as we mentioned, you have to tune in to Night of Soap tomorrow, and the reason why is well, you never know when you will see things happen like this.
Oh no.
That you are our people. We're so glad you have found us right here on. Wait. I thought they took a.
I heard there were some hacks in here today who wanted to know my name.
Oh gosh.
Tell them if you see him again, it's Ken Poo Jovi.
Nope.
There's a hole in my toilet, my toilet, my toilet. There's a hole in my toilet, dear Lizzie, a hole. Ow!
I about fell off my chair that I am sitting on.
Take that, Tim, Paul.
Oh gosh.
Yes, take that, Tim, Paul. That's right. That's Night of Soap. It comes up right tomorrow. Now, I really thought it was cool. One of our the only time we ever did Night of Soap live. See, if you thought we wouldn't have an appearance
Oh no.
from
Oh no.
the Poo Jovies, think again.
Oh,
You know
no.
what? You know what? Hold on tight
You're
here.
gonna find that one, aren't you?
Oh, I am so going to, because it was a moment that will live in infamy. I will
I still
find that
can't
here.
believe you. During that time, I still couldn't believe you didn't see my dad in the back of like just his antic behind us.
Which Night of Soap was live anyway? Is that 14?
Alright, so Night of Sub 14 was our like pre-record. Night of Sub 15 live was the actual.
Was it? Was our last Night of Soap during
Yes.
summer?
Yes.
Wow, it's been that long since we've had one?
Yes. Yes, it has.
Well,
We
dang.
divided Night of Soap into two parts. Night of Soap 14 and then 15.
Dang. I did not know that.
So we have not had a Night of Soap since then.
Wow.
So I guess you could say that Night of Soap is long overdue for a Night of
Yes,
Soap.
it is. Let's see. Here is so we. I'm gonna share this real quick here, folks.
Both of my dad's antics that night, or just one of them?
I will at least show one because this past summer.
I was just telling my friend that lives in Michigan that if we ever come back out that way, and I come back out that way, she can meet up with me and all of us, just because she lives in Detroit. I found out.
Well, we potentially are making our way back to Michigan potentially, except it'll
That's
be
what I
more
told her.
upper Michigan. I think he lives in Levering, which is a little
Yes.
more north, a couple hours north of Detroit, I do believe. So we'll be in upper Michigan when we go back there potentially in August, but we may be making our return. You never know. I just wonder, huh? I don't know. I'm just wondering that was just the coolest thing that we're able to do a night of soap live from. It was the most unique thing if you watched it because it was a night of soap live from the most unlikeliest place. It was the pool area of what hotel was that? It was
Lapeer, Michigan.
it was in Lapeer. Yeah, it was some.
Like Lapeer and
Oh, I think it was like a Best Western or something.
Best Western and in Suites in Lapeer.
Best Western Lapeer. Yeah. So it was a pretty cool night. I mean, Connor Roy joined us live
I still can't
alongside.
believe him and I are the same age.
Connor Roy joined us live, and we had the Detroit style pizza, which that's where we found out as I have a footage from that night. That's when we
Hi.
found out you did not like ranch.
I told you guys I didn't like
That's when we
ranch.
found out you did not like ranch, especially on pizza. That's when we found that out real fast. We had Detroit style pizza. The next day at the concert, I think I had Detroit style coffee, Big B's. That was good. Also, one of my first experiences out there with Tim Hortons coffee because Tim
Yes, that's
Hortons.
what I told you. That's where I got the hot chocolate.
Yeah, so Tim Hortons. There's a Tim Hortons right across the street. I had it a couple of times that trip because
We have one over here.
Tim Hortons was right across the street from the hotel we stayed at. We stayed at over, as you well know, we stayed over in Imlay City. Um, So when we stay, there's a Tim Hortons right across the street. But yeah, and the one I ordered coffee from at the concert that night, I did because I couldn't go get it. It was too far. I actually door dashed coffee that night. Yes, and I door dashed Big B's because Connor said you have to try Big B's.
Yes,
And
that's the hot chocolate I tried.
so I got Big B's, and they did. It was as delivered. They did have some tasty coffee. I will give them that. They did have some pretty good coffee. So it was definitely worth the recommend.
But I did not know
And
that
I,
Tim
I will
Hortons
I
had
will
it.
I will thank Connor again because he gave the ultimate. He was the ultimate Detroit tour guide. We went in the
That's
GM Ren Center, the GM headquarters building. We went.
that's
We had some of the better, you know, burgers and cheesesteaks and water ices in Detroit. We had Coney. No, it's Coney dogs. We had the better Coney dogs, water ices in Detroit. We went, of course, on the riverfront walk. Just all the things that you covered your bases in Detroit. It was.
we got
Connor and I,
the
we had a great
we
time
got to see
that,
Seb
on
Schleter,
that day. Seth Schleter, yes.
to which we all had pronounced his last name wrong up until he
June
told us.
21st, yeah. Janae Harris, hello everyone. Hello.
Hi, she's my hydrocephalus friend from my 30s group.
There you are. Well, good evening to you. Good to see you.
She's the one who just joined our family chat.
So it's good that they're finally getting back in the overhead. So it's
Janae
good that they are
joined our
finally
family
getting
chat
back in the
today.
bathroom. If they haven't been in the bathroom since the summer, they must smell them by now.
Oh, jeez. Janae, if you're just tuning into that, I'm sorry. If you don't know what that means, I'm sorry.
Well, I when we went live that night,
To tell Janae about
I didn't know that this was the first night of soap in. We usually try to do it once a quarter. This is really the first night of soap since
Yes.
in like 6 months. How did that
Yes.
happen?
Well, we did 12, we did 13, but we did a 2-part for the last summer, which was pre-recorded, and then live in person.
Yeah, but still, how did that happen?
I don't know. All I know
But I want.
is that when it was pre-recorded, I know when you and Red were in the same room when it was pre-recorded, I know that Red was making you laugh really hard with that one because when you and Red were in the same room like that, it was just like, it was fun to see. Even when we did the pre-recorded hangout before I joined and we did a Friday hangout from the same place, it was just like, it was funny to see like Red giving you like different things to say or like, and like me not understanding what was going on half the time. But then in person, it was even fun because I could see Red out of the corner of my eye just making me facepalm in person. And I'm like, Red, you got me again.
And I almost thought I should have known better. I was like, there's no way that we are going to escape this show without
But
some form of
like antics.
antics
Right. Do you want
from
to explain to
your
Janae though
dad or some of
what we're
the
talking about?
characters. Okay, so
Because she does not know.
So this of course, if you're just joining us one of the first times, this of course is our Thursday night music hangout. We do this 3 times a week, where essentially Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays we come at you usually about 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, and we play some music requests for everyone in the group. We hang out in the community. We do a roll through the national days and see what's going on that day, and we share some encouraging scriptures and all that. And occasionally on this broadcast, we hype up shows that are coming down the road here. We have our next Night of Hope, which we're sharing hope through worship. We do that with brand new submissions by our favorite independent artists. We do that every 4 to 6 weeks. Our next one of those will be our annual Agape Love show, Night of Hope number 60. That comes your way on February 7th, a few weeks down the road from right now, about 2 weeks away already. But tomorrow, we also try to do this once a quarter, but it turns out we haven't done this in about 6 months again. Night of Soap is our spin-off series where it's like Night of Hope, but the common thread is location, location, location. See, the commonality is you were sharing worship from the confines of the commode, the bathroom. Yeah, so the acoustics are. And what I'm about to show you, of course, is none of them have been attempted live until the one I'm about ready to show you, and then Spud disappeared. I don't know where she went. None of them have been attempted live until this past summer, live when we went to Michigan. And if you thought we were going to get away with no antics, this is unlike anything I've ever seen. I couldn't script it this way when the antics started happening. And this was just... This was a prop to the nth degree. I couldn't even believe it. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what was delivered to us that night here on Night of Soap, and yeah, take a look. This is what got delivered. This is probably one of the more iconic moments of the series. Take a look. Watch this.
And so they aren't songs, they're sonums. So Shiloh says, so if you have a potty mouth, does that mean, does your mother flush your mouth out with soap? To which you had said,
no, my mom used vinegar. It was worse.
Vinegar?
Vinegar.
Vinegar?
My friends, Tim and Paul, who sent some snacks for you. There you are.
I'm not eating that out of there.
No. Oh, I don't know what that is. That wasn't there a minute ago. That just showed up. So it must have floated to the top. Sorry.
This looks like a royal flush.
Everybody says hi, but they couldn't make it tonight. They're predisposed on their own toilet tonight.
On their own.
On their own, yeah.
They
so
each have their
they just
own?
had to send me as the messenger today.
Well, tell them. Tell them thank you.
I will. I'll pass it along.
What's your name?
And they'll keep passing it along too. So just be careful with
What's your name?
Passing what along?
just some treats.
Oh,
all I'm going to say is some treats.
Treats.
What's your name?
Some buttered finger, you know what I'm saying? Some moon pies. Yeah.
What's your name?
I call them chocolate bars just to make sure everybody feels safe around.
What's your name today?
What?
Your name?
Oh, I'm just a friend of a friend.
A friend of a friend.
A friend.
I don't have a name.
I got no words.
Well,
I have one question.
Yeah, what's your question?
It has a sound effect too.
May I?
yeah. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
One question for you.
Uh-huh.
Is that chocolate or is that a laxative?
Oh my gosh.
Because that'll have to make you have to use it later. Oh, wait a minute. There's a sound effect. Oh.
Butterfinger, anyone?
Here's some refreshments to wash anything down you happen to accidentally ingest over there.
Wash it down or flush it down?
Flush it down.
Flush it down.
Red's over here like, I can't believe
Thank you very much. All right. Well,
Thank you.
yeah, and yes. Almost made the lid come off there. Well.
That was a royal flush.
It actually does have a sound effect. It actually does.
I don't know if they can
It
even
makes
hear
a
that.
flushing sound. Snack.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that was a thing. I did not even
That
know
was my dad.
That was a thing.
That was my dad. My dad that I told you, Janae, likes to just play antics with me. Most of the time, I'm just being
That
funny.
was probably a better ambush than I could have ever planned out for that live edition. I thought we were going to skate by with, this is awful calm. I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is too calm, friend. Something's not right. We're going to make it through a whole show without nothing happen. This is live. How could he miss? And no, he delivered all right. He delivered. He delivered it.
Just like the time that I still couldn't believe, even on replay, when I've seen that one on replay, I could not believe you missed him like behind the window, like where we were. He was like he popped up from behind us
He
on
did.
that window.
He did. Yeah.
That was
Oh,
also
there you
the
go.
time that I bumped my computer, like I hit my computer onto my chin that broadcast.
So here's what's coming up for the rest of the weekend here. Of course, tomorrow is Night of Soap.
And then
it won't be live. It'll be just kind of like this, but we'll have several artists that will be going to the bathroom tomorrow.
Musically
To perform songs, at least 6 or 7 of them tomorrow. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, right here on this very spot you're watching us right now. And then on our partner ministry, Reds of Entertainment, tomorrow night. I think I might just join you again.
You host.
Why not? Sure, I'll host Reds Room tomorrow. Brittany Torres will join us tomorrow. Stones of Eden, Kara Hannon, Outreach by Crystal Craven, and someone who, if you subscribe to our Christian Media Spotlight page that you're watching us on right now, or our CMS TV Spotlight, our community group, chances are you'll see a features article, news magazine style interview article that was up there this week, featuring our other guest on Resident tomorrow night, Freedom Heart, Lynn Chen. You can check that out and give it a read if you haven't already. In advance of tomorrow's program. Also, Saturday on Red's Room at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Tomorrow night's concert is at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific after we're done with the Night of Soap. And then Saturday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, Marjanae hosts the program, and she'll be performing that night as well. Lee Goldberg, Chris Sarver, who we featured a video from a few minutes ago, Joy Dame, and Glory Road on Saturday edition of Red Room. And then on Sunday, We're right back here with you on Sunday for the Music Hangout at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific on a Sunday night. Join us. Won't you? Should be a whole heck of a
I may not be here all weekend.
You may not be?
No, I said I will be.
Well, you will be. Okay. All right.
I would not miss all weekend.
Right, so I thought it was funny when we went to miniature golf and he said whoever made this course was from hell because it was the hardest golf course in Michigan. At Hell, Michigan. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But,
No. I'll tell you one thing that was cool is when we were here miniature golfing one time in Washington State, my dad, Joe, and I too, it was like in Tacoma, I found a miniature golf place that had bowling, no less, right in the same vicinity of it, like indoors. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Tower Lanes was what it was.
Yes, indeed. All right. Prayer request time. Wherever you are around the world or around the web, it's time to pray us out. Before we get to our final tune of the night, pretty cool little cover song that Spud wanted to hear tonight. We'll have that in just a second. Lord, we thank you for this night. We thank you for gathering us together as a great big community here. We thank you for bringing us together to fellowship, to share some laughs, to share a good time, also share some scriptures and some encouragement as well. We just thank you for just the well-rounded nature of this program. Lord, we just thank you as well for all the prayer requests that are spoken and unspoken tonight. For Stacy, who has an unspoken prayer request, we just ask that you would just intercede with her wherever she is tonight, and just let her know that you are there, that you are near. Just give her a comfort as only you can, Lord. Just give her a great peace tonight. Any situation that she's going through with that unspoken prayer request. Lord, we just thank you for Red, for prayers for him, that he has a treatment plan and answers revealed to him. And we just thank you that you are preparing him for 6 weeks from now in March when he will have that surgery to get rid of and clean out the gout that's in there, and the hand and the toe and the foot. And we just ask that you just continue to guide the surgeons each and every step of the way. Lord, be with them and be with Red as he continues to go through that. Lord, we just thank you. We just ask for prayer for those who are in California right now, who are dealing with the wildfires. Lord, just be with the firefighters who are fighting the good fight out there. We just ask that you would be with them, keep them safe. And Lord, just give them the tools necessary to be able to combat the fires and keep lives safe, Lord. Be with in the midst. And Lord, we just thank you as well that you're with anyone who is in any weather difficulties right now across the country, who is in the throes of winter. Keep them warm, keep everyone safe. Be with everyone tonight. Be with a member of our Spotlighter community who is going through a very difficult, tough loss tonight that has happened. Who I won't mention their name yet because I don't have the liberty to do so as of yet, but I just want to ask for prayer for them. Right now, be with them in anything they go through. Just love on them. Be with them tonight. Lord, hear our prayers in that. Lord, we just thank you as well for all of our Spotlighter community. Be with their every need, whether it be a relational need, a spiritual need, a financial need, a need involving their health, whatever the need is. I just ask that you would just be with them, draw them closer to you. Lord, we just thank you for what you have done, are doing, and about to do as you continue to turn our prayer requests into praise reports. We just thank you for all these things that you're doing this night. Thank you for bringing us all together yet again tonight. We just thank you for all these things in Jesus' mighty name. We praise you and thank you. Amen. All right. Now then, as well, tomorrow afternoon, I think we're going to try to air the edition that. I try to do it at hopefully 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, we'll have week 189 of the Christian Media Spotlight radio show, the brand new radio edition, tomorrow on the radio network, live365.com, or the app, Uplifting Variety, 24/7. It is that way, or else the jingle we did is just a lie. The jingle is not a liar. No, we have that jingle for a reason. If Rosie said so, you know that it's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we proof of our jingle, you say?
No.
Well,
And my mom and I have signed the
you signed it. That's how you know that the note to the good jingle. Sing along to just this jingle like this.
Uplifting variety, Christian Media Spotlight Radio.
I had to sing along to it.
Thank you, Rosie. Appreciate that. Rosie Bauer, a listener.
I had to sing along because I couldn't.
I'm sure you did. Every time you get to the radio, yes. The radio show is on the radio network, Uplifting Variety 24/7 on the Live 365 app. Join us on that. Also, podcasts on all the sites. Or those fine new episodes on the last but we will have podcast finally here on the radio. Get that on the podcast. That's at least over. We got some good stars of the Vindication series. That's on the So yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. A little muffled.
Huh?
Kind of muffled. Oh.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Well, we'll kill the music and see if that helps. But yeah, so Uplifting Variety 24/7 on the radio network. Join us on there. New edition of the radio show, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific tomorrow. Also, coming up, as we mentioned on our podcast, you have the Stars of Vindication coming here soon. We got Lee Goldberg finally coming on. I know podcasts have been the one thing that's just been kind of just falling through the cracks. We will have Lee Goldberg's up there. We are on the radio, but we'll get Lee Goldberg's up there. I know it's been bugging me, but we'll have Lee Goldberg's up there coming here in the next day or two as I get some of those uploaded. We'll also, in our new season of the podcast, we'll have some Stars of Vindication on there. Chase Skelton will be taping an interview with us at some point as well. So new podcasts are coming. I tell you, they are coming.
And the one that I sent you through WeTransfer, don't forget to download that one because that one will expire on the 25th.
I will definitely load that, yes. So there's plenty of ways. You can also join our CMS TV Spotlighter group to continue catching up with us on the socials as well. Okay? Okie dokie. We will see you tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Final song now that we will try to present to you now. This one is a cover that good old Spud over here wanted to hear. This one is by Jada and Kyson Facer. Are they brother sister? Are they?
I don't remember when I looked at this.
Yeah. Jada and Kyson Facer. This is a acoustic cover that Spud really enjoyed. Apparently, she wants to share with all of you tonight. Taped in Grand Canyon, Utah. It's an acoustic cover of Cyndi Lauper's "Time After Time." Wow. Where did we find this one? Let's take a listen.
Well, okay. I was talking with someone yesterday, and I just went to YouTube, and I see these two people with the cover song, and I click on it, and I'm hearing it, and I'm just like, ooh, I like this. I'm gonna share it on my timeline. I shared it on my timeline yesterday, and then tonight I'm like, I need to share this with Joe. I need this one to go on the Music Hangout or Radio Network, whichever one. I don't mind which. But this is pretty.
Well, here we go. Let's take a listen to it right now as we head out the air tonight. Closing credits, a list of names, all who make this program go round will follow. Give them a virtual thank you when you see their names, some of whom you know on here. Thanks for being with us, for all of us here, for Spud Holthouse.
Hi.
Joe Neal here with you. We'll have we'll call her Splashing Spud Holthouse because it will be a Flushing Good Time tomorrow. Night of Soap, 16. We'll see you then tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, right here on the socials. We'll see you on the radio tomorrow, an hour before that. Good night, everybody. Later. Hayes in the barn. We're out of here. Final tune now. Cyndi Lauper cover, Time After Time. Jada and Kyson Facer right now, closing this edition of the Music Hangout. Good night, everybody. Happy Friday to come. We'll see you towards the end of your Friday tomorrow. Good night.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and think of you, caught up in circles. Confusion is nothing new. Flashback, warm nights almost left behind. Suitcase of memories, time after. Sometimes you picture me, I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me, I can't hear what you've said. Then you say, go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. After my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray, watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from deep inside. The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting.